Hello YouTube, it's your boy Nathan coming to you to do another recap video. Today we are talking 90 Day The Last Resort Season 3, Episode 4, Let Down Your Armor. So yeah, we have a few things to discuss in this episode, so let's just get on into it. Um, so I don't know, guys. This episode, I could have did without all the sex therapy stuff with Dr. Tara and stuff. She seems pretty cool and everything, but I don't know. I'm not really all that interested in these people's sex life. Okay, I'm just not. Okay, I don't care about the positions, what they're doing, what they do, how they do it, and stuff and everything. I don't. I really don't. It's TMI and everything. Like, I mean, everybody has skeletons in their closet and stuff, and what you do behind closed doors is your business, not for the whole world to know. I don't need to know. I don't need to know what goes on in those people's bedrooms. They don't need to know what goes on in my bedroom and stuff and everything. It's none of the world's business, basically. But so yeah, I mean, we picked off where we left off with sex therapy. They revealed that Patrick doesn't have a sex addiction and stuff. So Dr. Tara went around everybody and she basically gave everybody homework. So Jenny and so they went to she went to Jenny and Submit. Jenny and Submit like talked about how they're like, basically act like animals in the bedroom. Like Jenny is pretty loud and a little aggressive and like puts marks on Submit or whatever. Okay, wow, okay, interesting. And everybody's just like, I hope when we're in our late 60s that we still have that drive. Okay, and stuff. So she gave him. So the doctor gave her some homework to, just like continue to be like that, just be like an animal in the bedroom and stuff, whatever. Then she went over to Rebecca and Ziad, and Rebecca mentioned that Ziad, when he talks in his native language, like says something romantic, it really basically turns her on and everything. So he gave a demonstration with that. So basically, so Dr. Tara told them that like blindfold him or something like that, and have him talk in his native language and say something pretty like romantic and stuff and everything. Then with Russ and Powell, theirs was a little strange. They had to like count like body types and see like if it's a yes or no or maybe or something like that. I didn't really understand Russ and Powell's homework and stuff. Patrick and Thais, they had to do like they made them come and do a demonstration and made them do a like they had to hold each other and just say, I want you, I want your what and everything, and that was basically their homework. I did not need to see the demonstration. Same with Sarper and Shekinah. Like Sarper revealed that he only knows one position. Well, he only does one position and he can't like basically finish with anybody with any other positions. So their homework was to try other positions basically and everything. And Kara and Guillermo, we already know what's going on with them. Like, Guillermo's not sexually attracted to Kara no more, but their homework was just to meditate, basically. So, yeah, I just wanted to skim through, like, all the homework. Oh, one more thing with Russ and Powell. Apparently, when they're intimate, they finish themselves and not each other, or something like that. It's kind of disturbing or whatever. So, yeah, kind of weird. So, after the therapy session, all the couples went back to their rooms and got started on their homework. Everybody was so excited to do their homework. Patrick and Thais came out in this really nice lingerie outfit and bikini, and they did their homework. And then Patrick picked her up, and then they got their groove on. Jenny and Cement, ooh, they were the loudest. I don't know what they were doing, but Jenny and Cement, they were crazy. And then what else? Sarper and Shekinah, they tried other positions and stuff and everything. Apparently, now between the sheets, between the sheets, Shekinah said that Sarper was originally going to just tell everyone, just lie and say, hey, let's just not do the homework and say everybody that we did and it worked. And Shekinah was just like, no, we're going to do the homework. And then the next day, like Sarper had to say the word cowgirl, basically. He kept on saying co-girl or something like that. But they tried like the cowgirl position basically and stuff and everything. Kara and Guillermo, when they did their homework, they just literally just did their homework. They just had like a little meditating session, and not even a minute in, Kara starts crying. She was like, do you appreciate me? And he was like, yeah, I do. And do you appreciate me? And she's like, yeah, I do. This is the first time you said something. Basically, you said something nice throughout this whole trip, basically, and everything. So Kara is in hopes that that the sex therapy is something positive that they can start to build off on and stuff. But I still think it's just too late with Kara and Guillermo, basically. Russ and Powell. Yeah, I didn't really, like I said, I didn't really understand Russ and Powell's homework and stuff. Rebecca and Zia, they tried their homework. It was fine and stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that was literally basically that. I mean, again, it was TMI. Like that whole, like everybody's like scenes were like TMI basically. Now, on Between the Sheets with Jenny and Submit, Jenny revealed that, and poor Jenny, I still feel so bad what's going on with her ALS diagnosis. Her and Submit did a live on Instagram the other day, just giving her their update and stuff. They're still trying to raise money and stuff for it. Jenny, every time she speaks, it just breaks my heart. I just feel so bad about what she's going through and stuff and everything. Jenny, we are praying for you, and I hope that she reaches her goal and stuff and everything. She says she doesn't have insurance in India or anything, but yeah. But on Between the Sheets, Jenny revealed that her and Submit were trying to be intimate one day, like on his parents' couch and everything. And as they were getting ready to, the Submit's nosy mom came in, and she said if looks could destroy, they would both be gone by now. So yeah, I mean, I think the main thing with Jenny and Submit on why they're there at the last resort is like I said, that the parents thing. Submit's drinking, and yeah, and I think this was good for them because they lost a lot of their intimacy because of them living with their parents and stuff and everything. So I know basically this was exciting for them and stuff. Submit revealed that he gets excited with Jenny when she's just in the kitchen cooking and cleaning and stuff and everything. I'd admit, like Jenny and Submit, I understand that these problems are big and stuff, but they have, obviously now they got bigger problems. They got bigger issues to fry because realistically, they're a great couple, and I just wish that they would basically point out the obvious issues with Submit. Because like Submit, like, can you please just stop like worrying about your parents? Can you quit like wanting to live with your parents all the time? Your brother moved out, so you can't blame culture or the Indian culture and everything. Your brother moved out, so why can't you? And stuff, can you just grow up and get a job and take care of your wife? Nobody is really addressing that with Jenny, with Submit at least and stuff. Now Jenny, now again, it's hard for me to talk down on Jenny just based on what she's going through, but I think with Jenny's problem is she needs to like quit snapping on him a lot and everything, because the more you snap on him, the more he's just gonna resent it and keep doing the things that you don't want to do and stuff. So Jenny does need to control her anger when it comes to that and everything, but I just wish that they would address the issue, and nobody is addressing the issue with Submit, and that's what irritates me about it. So anyway, so now the next day arises, and Russ and Powell, Kara, Submit took a class with Sarper. It was called Boot Laugh. It's basically a workout class and everything where Sarper is just cracking jokes and everything, and he said, like, you have to do some kind of movement. You can't stop. Like, you got to dance or do some workout, squats or whatever, and everything. it was boot. He called it boot laugh. It started off funny and everything. Everybody seemed to enjoy it, but then Sarper started taking jabs at Rebecca. Basically, he's like, I'm glad Rebecca's not here. She's like a drill. She's basically like a drill sergeant and everything. She'll tell me, Ziad, do this. Ziad, go here. And he was like, Ziad, I love you. Ziad, I hate you. Basically, he kept on saying that. He basically called her a Karen, and he said that he holds grudges, and when the Karen meets the Alpha, it's going to go down, something like that, or whatever. So now, Powell and Kara didn't really find that funny and stuff and everything. They thought Submit thought the class was super fun. He was like, "That's the best workout I ever had in my life, and if I did that often, I would have a 6-pack and everything." So, yeah, boot lap was it was good, but yeah, the jabs that he took at Rebecca, that's just gonna start stuff. I'm like, dude, why are you doing that? That's just starting things and stuff and everything. So, so after they did boot laugh workout, and then Guillermo, Patrick, Jenny, Shekinah, and Rebecca and Thais had basically went down for an English breakfast. And Thais was just like, why are we always having like beans and stuff and everything for breakfast? Yeah, that's basically what the breakfast. They had like the burnt sausage, the eggs, the beans and stuff, and that is a traditional English breakfast over there, to my knowledge and stuff and everything. And everybody was asking at the breakfast, everybody was talking about their homework. Did y'all do y'all's homework and everything? And everybody was saying yes, we all did our homework, and we did this and that. I think all the couples besides Kara and Guillermo were intimate with their partners after they did the homework. And so they asked Guillermo, "So what did you do, Guillermo?" He was like, "We did the homework." That was basically it. We did the homework. And so they asked like Guillermo, how are you feeling from this? Like, can you come back from all this? And he's just like, "I don't know." Basically, we really just don't know what I'm gonna do. And Shekinah had told him, like, well, Guillermo, if you want respect, you got to give respect. And you said some things that weren't respectful and stuff and everything. Now, looking back on it, I do agree that he should have not said that he is not proud of her being a mom. I get why he said that, but that was like public humiliation, in my opinion, because but even though Kara's not fazed by that or anything, or any of the mean things that he said and stuff, but I also still see his point, that it's still very embarrassing to see that his wife is on OnlyFans basically. So Patrick asked Guillermo, like, do you know, so they asked Guillermo, like what is, I think, no, Rebecca asked, like, so what is the best case scenario for you in this situation? Like, will you guys be able to work out a character, just stop doing the new content online, and got a real job and stuff? He was like, basically, yeah. I mean, I think he said no on Between the Sheets, but yeah, like, he said on Between the Sheets that if Kara wanted to do that, but because Kara, as I said, used to do real estate in Charlottesville, and she's doing real estate. She has a little music career, and she's doing 90 Day Fiance. How is she struggling? That's my opinion. He made it sound like that she wasn't doing real estate anymore. Now, if Kara would have, he said that if Kara would have went to him and said that, hey, real estate's not doing good, I need to do my contract, he was like, okay, I'll shut up. But she didn't do that. And I do agree with him what he said last week. He felt like she's taking the easy way out, basically, and stuff and everything. So Patrick said, Guillermo, do you know how like the divorce works here in America? Like, you could take like 50% of things and everything. And Shekinah jumped in on that. She grilled Patrick. She was like, do not listen to this man. How dare you say that? How dare you say that? And Patrick's like, well, if this was the other way around, like, the woman would be coming for the money and she was just like, you just have like you're just like so awful, basically. I cannot stand the way you speak and everything, and you say things like that. And he was like, well, I can say the same thing about you. You getting mad over social media stuff and everything. And so she kind of was just like, do not be friend, told Guillermo, do not be friends with Patrick and everything. Now, Guillermo and Patrick are friends. He's like, he's the master. He's been divorced and he knows how to do this. But Patrick said, like, she kind of said that, he should give her an ultimatum, not a threat for divorce and stuff, basically. And she needs the threat because like, that will get her to stop, basically, and everything. And she's just like, I cannot stand you, basically. And we left off with the cliffhanger with that. Now, as of right now, Patrick and Thais, she kind of had said that, Patrick and Thais are the one couple that she wishes that weren't there and stuff and everything. Right now, they haven't shown much of their drama except for the reveal when Thais got the liposuction. When they were having their intimate moment, Thais showed him her back where she got her lipo at and everything. Earlier I think late last week, they finally revealed and put out Thais's arrest. We'll talk more about that next week because judging by the previews, we got a lot to talk about for next week. But I'll just give you a glimpse. Thais was arrested a month ago, and they showed the video of her arrest. Patrick, I guess, like, there was a video Patrick revealed of her attacking him and everything, and she was trying to explain it to the police, and Patrick did have like a couple scratches on his face and stuff and everything. Now, he did not want to press charges, but the police said, you can watch the video, it's all over the internet now, but the police said that they still had to take her to the jail and stuff and everything, because in the state of Nevada, like, when there's everything visible and shown and proved, like, they have no choice. Thais was very cooperative about it. Now, she kept on saying that he did things to her too and everything, but there was just no proof of it and stuff and everything. So I do know there's like a lot of like control. There is a lot of controlness going on both ends with Patrick and Thais. I think that will be more exposed later throughout the season at the last resort and stuff. So I'll talk more about that arrest more next week, because next week is the episode I've been waiting for that led to all of the back and forth online battle with all the girls on the season next week. Next week is the episode where Thais and Thais and Shekinah are going to get into it. I think at this point, though, I think they're going to get into it because Thais is tired of Shekinah attacking Patrick, basically at that breakfast and everything and stuff. And Thais is going to defend her husband the right way and then pop Shekinah in her mouth and stuff. And, online, I've been seeing a lot of people, like, basically, like, defend Shekinah in the situation, saying that, Thais, Pau, Kara, Rebecca, all of them, they're all mean girls and stuff and everything. And they're promoting Thais's violence. No, nobody's promoting and condemning Thais's attack and Thais's arrest and stuff and everything. We just seen throughout the course of the night. This is Harper and Shekinah's 4th season on 90 Day Fiance, and throughout the time, like, at every tell-all except for her 2nd tell-all, but especially at the last 90 Day Fiance tell-all, she gets into it with a lot of the women there. And there's some women that are on her side, but, it was her and Amini last year, then her and Danielle the year before and everything. And she likes to go after. She has a lot to say. And sometimes she's right about what she says, but her delivery is just what causes people just to be like, oh my God, shut up and stuff. So this is why I think, like, Thais is ready to just to pop her in her mouth, basically, and stuff and everything. Because I just think that, I don't know. I think of my personality, how I would probably mess with Shekinah if I was hanging out with Shekinah and stuff. I'm a nice person. I avoid confrontation in any way possible. I'm short, I'm sensitive. You know, Sarper and Shekinah are like are basically dominating personalities. Basically, I just don't know. And sometimes me being nice and kind, some people hate that about people. I mean, I'm not saying Shekinah would, but I don't know. Something just tells me that like my kindness would just annoy somebody like her. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong when I say that, but I've been in situations in my life where I was just kind and respectful, and people treated me so horribly because of that. And someone even asked me, "Why are you so nice? Why are you so nice?" And then they be mean to me for no reason, like, "Oh, get away from me!" And I can't stand you, and start cussing me out like for no reason when I don't even do nothing wrong. And then when I try to defend myself, then I'm an a-hole. So, so I don't know. I just think that I don't know. There's just something that Shekinah's delivery is just what irritates people so much. So I think this is why like Thais just had enough with it. And also, judging by the previews of next week, is also going to be when Guillermo and Sarper are going to get into it and stuff and everything. And Sarper is going to push Guillermo and try to fight him and stuff. I don't know what that's all about. So we'll see. I do, but what I do know is that that will be at the end of next week's episode and the beginning of the one the week after. So, but mostly next week's episode is the one I'm looking forward to, because yeah, we're gonna have a lot to discuss, because that will basically kind of like see the full story of what's been transpiring since the beginning of The Last Resort has started. So I can't wait for that. I can't wait for next week's episode. That's gonna be that's the episode that's gonna go down. So yeah. Anyway, guys, that is basically it. I mean, like I said, I could have done without all the sex therapy stuff with Dr. Tara and everything. But I will say this: that Persia lady and Dr. Tyrone and even Dr. Tara, I actually like these therapists. I like these therapists compared to the last couple seasons and stuff and everything. I do think like they're like focusing more on the issues at hand, but I do think they need to start digging a little bit more deeper and stuff and everything. But the only thing the only criticism I have is that they need they all three therapists are favoring the women, it seems like, more, and they need the they're telling the men what they need to do and stuff and everything, so they're telling the women what they need to do and stuff and everything. So I think when you're in therapy, you need to be not one-sided. You know, you need to tell like what both are doing wrong and what both need to do to fix it and stuff and everything. And it just doesn't seem like they're doing that with much of the women and stuff. I think they called out Pal and say, "Pal, can you work on your anger a little bit?" And last week, and then Russ, like, you need to be there for your wife more, something like that. But still, but their behavior, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, you know, and I'm not saying this because I'm a guy and stuff and everything, because a lot of the issues this week have been like gender, like male versus female and roles and stuff and everything. The girls are going to feel one way, the guys are going to feel another way. So it just causes a big debate and everything. But my thing overall, everybody, can we just all be nice? Why can't we all just be nice to each other? Like, the world needs more love. Like, people are dying, people are hurting and stuff and everything. People just want to be loved and just want to be loved back. I think we all just need to love each other. My girlfriend and I love each other. Like, we hardly fight. We get on each other's nerves, but we love each other, and we made a vow to ourselves, like when we first started dating, that we're in this relationship for love and everything. Yes, all the other stuff, financial stuff and everything, and all that other stuff is important, and you know, we talk about it and stuff and everything. But what keeps us going strong is the fact that we love each other, and we try not to insult each other. You know, we joke around a lot, play around a lot, but in all seriousness, we love each other. And I just wish like these couples on The Last Resort would just go back to the love. I know Jenny and Submit love each other and stuff and everything, so like feed off of them. So yeah, we just need more love. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my review. Thank you guys so much for watching. I do got some exciting news. in a couple weeks, and I'll talk more about this, and I can say this now because it's been official. In about like 3 weeks, I will be collaborating with 90 Day Fiance Honestly, a YouTube channel, with their host Amy and B. I'll be a guest on their channel that week. I'll put the close to it. I'll put the link their YouTube in my description. So make sure you guys watch me on that. I'm so excited to collaborate with newer content creators and stuff to get my opinions on 90 Day Fiance and to help each other out. This helps the channel. This helps my channel. This helps their channel and stuff. So I'm excited to do like collaborations with other YouTubers and stuff. It's definitely an honor. It's humbling, and it's really helpful. So thank you to 90 Day Fiance Honestly for the invite, and I will promote it more close to it. But yeah, that will be on when we do episode 10 of 90 Day Fiance, because that's the episode I'm going to be doing. So in about 3 weeks, be on the lookout for that. So yeah, thank you to 90 Day Fiance Honestly for that invite. Anyway, guys, I'll be back on either tomorrow to recap little singles. So I'll see you guys then. Love you guys. Bye.